Hey, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you are all well. I like to start by congratulating every single person from last month's performance. The month of August was a great month. Of course, there were a few challenges with products, but at least I also want to appreciate the Lion King's leadership that has effortlessly worked so hard to make sure that we have all the products in stock. And I want to really say thank you to us as leaders for making sure that these products are always available, even when they're not available in the company. And then, of course, we had quite amazing results on the team. We were able to have many people qualify at their titles. We had quite a number of people stepping up to manager, senior manager, executive manager, and we also had a brand new director on the team. So all this is really great. And I can only say that we are slowly but surely headed in the right direction. So if you are on this team, know that you're headed in the right direction, and all that you need is to work so hard. All that you need is to work so hard to continue pushing, to continue pursuing your goals and dreams and targets, so that you can actually be able to succeed and be able to achieve your goals and dreams for the year 2025. Of course, we are slowly but surely getting closer to our end of year convention, which is going to be in the first weekend of December. And of course, this end of year convention is always when we are celebrating the success that we've been able to have as a team. It's when we get to dine together. It's when we get to celebrate each and every person's success. So let's work so hard so that we can be able to have a great celebration end of year 2025. So as we start off the month, I wanted to start by saying that as we start off the month, it's always very important to have goals, to have targets, to have dreams, to have it's always very important to plan for the month. This evening, I was sharing with one of the distributors, and I was actually telling him that no one ever achieves anything in this business that is not planned. All businesses out there, they all have plans. They all have a plan that actually they are all following. You cannot build such a big structure, 10 levels, 20 levels, without a plan. Without a plan, you can't. So even as we are building our businesses, even as we are looking forward to step up to world team, to step up to the president's team. I mean, president's team members are going to be in Lisbon, Portugal this weekend. They are actually traveling tomorrow. But then, I mean, all of those are things that we are all looking up to. But these things are not going to happen by mistake. I mean, we have a brand new diamond director in East Africa. They did not just become diamond director last month. They actually became diamond directors 5 years ago. Why? Because 5 years ago is when they made a decision and said 2025 is my year to become a diamond director. And throughout these past 5 years, they've been planning, they've been strategizing, they've been working, they've been adjusting and readjusting their goals, their strategies, their targets. They've been mentoring people. They've been developing people. They've been sponsoring. They've been doing everything. So as you may want to think that the newest diamond director in East Africa became a diamond director last month, that is not true. The truth is they became diamond directors 5 years ago when they sat on the drawing table and made a decision and said 5 years from now, I want to see myself as a diamond director. And all the way through, they've been following their plan and building. And now we are recognizing them as diamond directors. So you are on this call. I would really feel so sorry for you and tell you that you are headed nowhere if you don't have a plan for your business. If you don't have a plan that you're building to. If you wake up every single day to do this business, but without a plan, then you're not going anywhere. If you are seated if you're on this call and you have hope that one day you'll become a presidency member, I would want to tell you that, sorry, hope is not a strategy. Hope has never been a strategy. Having hope is very, very important. It's very good. But hope does not make the future great. It is having plans, having strategies, having goals, having dreams, having a set of daily activities that you wake up to do every single day as you're looking at your plan, as you're strategizing, as you're learning and relearning, as you're making yourselves better. Now that is when hope comes in. So if you have goals, you have plans, you have dreams, you have strategies, you have targets, then hope comes in. But if you don't have them and you have hope, then you're only lying to yourself. So the question I would love to pose to all of us on this call is, do you have a plan to begin with? Do you have a plan for your life? Do you have a plan for your life? What are your dreams? Where do you see yourself in the next 2 years? The next 5 years? Where do you see yourself at the end of this month? At the end of next month? Where do you see yourself at the end of this year? That's number one. If you do not have that, then you need to stop and first think about and first answer that question. Do I have a plan for my life? That's question number one. Number two question, do I have a plan for my business? Where do I see myself, my business, at the end of this week? At the end of next week? Mid-month? At the end of the month? Where do I see my business? Where do I see my business in the next 3 months? Where do I see my business by end of year? Do you have a plan? How is your structure like? How is your structure? How many people are you working with? Who are you developing? Who is your next manager? Who is your next senior manager? Who is your next director? How is your structure looking like? Because in this business, we build structures. In this business, we build people, and people build the business. So who are you working with? Who are you working with? Each one of us on this call should be having a minimum of 6 people that they are working with. You might be a new distributor, you might be a new manager, you might be a senior manager, and maybe you don't have these 6 people yet. Still go ahead, buy a manila paper. Buy a manila paper, draw the circles, and then put your name, and then draw 6 circles around yourself, and then go and start looking for people to put in those circles. In the Ego Team band, the Ego Team band has, I don't know whether you listen to that song, but there is a song that says draw the circles. I'll look for that song, and I actually, because it carries a lot of message. It carries a huge message. Draw the circles. I'll look for that song and I post it on our groups so that we listen to it. In that song, there's a message that says that if you're not drawing the circles, if you're not having many people around you, then you're only wasting your time. Each of us on this call must be having 6 people, 6 A players, 6 distributors, not customers. 6 people who want to become 6 people, 6 people that are seriously building the business. 6 people that want to succeed. So each one of us on this call must be having people they are working with. 1, 2, 3, a minimum of 6 distributors who want to grow their business. And then when you have these 6 people, you develop them, you grow them, you make sure they attend every meeting, you help them understand the business, you help them understand all the basics, you make sure they are doing all the basics. You make sure that they are also sponsoring, they are doing the 3 in 30s. As these 6 people grow, you will automatically also be growing. Because when these 6 people become executive managers, when these 6 people become managers, you become an executive manager. When these 6 people become senior managers, you become a director. When these 6 people become executive managers, you become a solid director that earns 5 million shillings. When these 6 people become directors, you become a world member and you start earning an average of 7.5 million shillings with those 6 people. And when these 6 people become world team members, you automatically become a president's team member. When these 6 people become president's members, you automatically becoming a diamond director, automatically. Who are you developing? Do you have a structure? Are you working on a structure? if you're not building a structure, because that is the plan for your business. If you're not doing that, then you need to stop and get back to the drawing board. Draw the structures, draw the circles, and look for people. Of course, we will also say it is not easy to sponsor. Yes, that is true. You say it is not easy to sell. That is true. And that's why we should have, each of us here, we should have daily targets. We should have weekly targets. We should have monthly targets. Each of us here, we need to have targets. And we need to have work on hitting targets every single day, every single week, every single month. One of the most important skills that successful people have been able to master, it is the skill of setting goals and the skill of achieving goals. And there's a very, very big difference between those two, by the way. Goal setting and goal achieving are two very important skills that every successful businessman or every successful entrepreneur has been able to master. I mean, there's writing down goals. I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. That's a very good habit. That's a very, very good habit. But now also, there is that hard part of following through to make sure that that goal you have written down is actually accomplished. They say that is where the rubber hits the road, isn't it? It's a very, very tough one. I know there are people who come up with New Year's resolutions. There are people on this call who promised us that this year, by mid this year, I must be a director. There are people on this call that promised us heaven and earth. We must be world members. But now they have already forgotten. Here's the thing. It's difficult to become successful. And it's difficult to also stay poor. So you have to make a decision of which of these things do you want. Do you want to stay where you are? Because that's hard. Or do you want to succeed? That is also hard. Just choose your heart. It's quite interesting. Eh? I'll give you an example, and that's why I feel it's very important for each of us to attach our lives to targets and goals. Here's why. Each one of us on this call, let me see. I see there's Collins, there's Kabe Gambire, there's Dominic, there's Susan, there's Stella, there's Beatrice, there's Joseph, there's Evelyn, there's Dennis. Each one of us on this call, we all did 100 personal points, except a few people. We all did 100 points. I saw Dennis, I saw Joseph do over, I think Joseph do over 4,000 points. I saw Dennis do over 8,000 points last month. I personally did over 8,000 points last month. Each one of us last month did quite a lot of points. Now, I did 8,000 points, not because I'm a good salesperson, no. Dennis did 8,000 points. He's not a good salesperson. Joseph did over 4,000 points. He's not a good salesperson. All the directors on this call did over 100 personal points. They are not good salespeople at all, no? But why were we able to do 8,000 points, yet we are not good? Why were all directors able to do over 100 personal points last month? Even when it was very hard, very difficult, but we still went ahead and did it. We did it because it is a target. It is our target. All our attention, all our focus was on doing what we did. Why was Dennis able to do a 3 in 30 last month? Not because he's the best at sponsoring, no. Not because he's super at sponsoring, no. Not because people walk to him and say, please sponsor me, no. He was able to do it because he had his eyes on it. He had his focus on it. It was a goal. It was a target. Nothing in this business happens by mistake. If all of us on this call came up and said this month, whatever case it may be, from this month on forward, I am going to be sponsoring one person or two people or three people. And that is your target. That is your goal. And you put all your focus on it. Trust me, we will all sponsor the one person, the two people, the three people. We will all sponsor them. Why? Because it is our target. We will sponsor them not because we are good. We will sponsor them because it's a target. We will sponsor them because it's a goal. I just want you to look through it. I mean, just look at it. Dominic, I'm sure you did over 100 personal points last month. Did you? Dominic, you can unmute yourself and answer. How many personal points did you do last month?
I did over 100.
You did over 100 points. Was it easy?
Yeah.
Of course, it's not easy, isn't it? But you did it because you have set yourself targets. You have set yourself standards and said every single month, I must sell over 100 personal points. Even when it is very difficult, you will still go ahead and do your 100 personal points. The distributor I was discussing with this evening at office, I asked him the same question. Did you do 100 personal points? He said, yes. How do you do this? He said, I did it, but my goodness, it was very, very difficult. This month, I don't know where I'm going to get it because I can't see customers, but I am going to do it. And why is he able to do it? It's because he has his focus on it. It's because he has conditioned his mind that every month I do 100 points. For us to succeed in this business, we need to condition our minds. We need to reset our minds that every month we must sponsor personally. We must condition ourselves, our mind, tell our minds, and let it be in our subconscious mind that every single month, the same way how we see 100 personal points should be the same way we see sponsoring. The same way how no matter the case, even if there was a war, trust me, my 100 personal points would go through. At least I would buy my 100 personal points from Tanzania. Even if the way was closed here, trust me, I would do my 100 personal points either in Tanzania or in Kenya, or even in South Africa. But why? Because that's what my mind has been tuned to. We need to tune our minds to sponsoring every month. We need to tune our minds to building the structures. Let it be a habit. Just like it is a habit to do 100 personal points, let it be a habit to sponsor. So each one of us on this call needs to get into that habit. And then the other question is, have you found your 6 people? Who are you developing? Who are you working with? I mean, last month, my goal this year, our goal this year is to develop 3 new director legs. 3 new director legs. And it is not easy. It's not easy at all. Why? We want to develop 3 director legs because we want to become presidency members as soon as possible. It's not easy. But guess what? Because that's what we are working on. That's what we wake up to build on every day. We have a clear-cut plan. That's why last month we were able to have a new director. And this month we are also having another director. And next month we'll also have another director. And then we will hit our goal by the end of the year. If you ask me how are we going to do it, I will tell you, we just wake up to follow our plan. We just wake up to train our people, to talk to our people, to develop them, to work with them. So who are you developing? Who are you working with? How many legs are you working with? How many people are you sponsoring? How many people are joining your team? And by the way, we have 2 options here. We have 2 options. To say that it is hard. That's option number 1. Of course, it is hard. Getting rich is hard. Getting rich is not for weak-hearted people. It's for the strong, for the brave. So you have 2 options: to sit back and say it is hard and cry about it. But always remember that while you are seated there saying that it is hard, the Husnas are becoming diamond directors. A diamond director is someone who earns an average of 75 million Ugandan shillings. So while you sit back and say it is hard, Husna just became a diamond director, 75 million shillings a month. So keep there thinking it is hard. Keep there saying it is hard. Keep there saying sponsoring is hard. Keep there thinking developing people is hard. Keep there thinking selling is hard. Keep there thinking that this business is very difficult. While others are becoming rubies, while others are becoming presidency members, while others are becoming diamond directors. So we can either choose to give excuses and watch other people make it, or we can choose to put our excuses aside and learn what these people are doing, follow their footsteps, and then also we are able to make it in this business. While you're still saying it is hard, people are going to Lisbon. They are going to enjoy a life fully sponsored by Neolife. While you're still thinking it is hard, next year in May, we are going to Egypt. We are going to be sleeping in a bed of 6 million shillings. I saw it and I said, okay, I don't know how this bed is going to be looking like a bed of 6 million shillings, but let me just work. So while you are there thinking it is hard, next year in May, we are going to Egypt to enjoy life. So two options. You either give excuses or give up your excuses and learn and build this business. But you can't give excuses and succeed at the same time. So give up your excuses. Let's learn.